Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TSL 5 Korea Qualifiers #1, Day 1, as we're starting off here with a PVZ. The subway, anybody who's a fan of Cranky Ducklings should know. And hello, everybody, I'm Quirky. Join me as light as we quickly gonna get into introductions for this.
Right into things.
Right into things. Spawning. In the bottom right, the red Protoss, representing
Teamless.
I don't know.
I think pretty sure it's teamless.
He's teamless at the teamless at the moment, representing Korea. This is GylzzinG.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Joey himself representing Hong Kong, as well as Team GP. We have GogojOey.
Yeah, so everybody who follows Cranky Ducklings should be familiar with GogojOey. GogojOey, of course, being one of our predominant winners so far. He is the current GPO champion. So that's going to be interesting how he fares. Especially, I want to see if GogojOey does win. Oh, it is Forge first immediately, but GogojOey does see that pylon there, so should be pulling. Hey, he's not really pulling any drones here.
No, he's making a spine instead, which is an interesting response to say the least. He spotted it straight away with his Overlord, but no drone pull, which is surprising to me. But
yeah.
he maybe he's confident enough. Maybe he feels like he can do this with just his lings.
This is not enough lings though. You need more lings. Okay, now here comes the lings again. Gonna cancel that one, but tries to get through. One cannon is up. Oh, but there's a queen on the high ground.
Yeah.
And actually, he's
fine.
helped it.
Yeah. The entire time I was thinking like, yo, this game is gonna end quick. Like, what's happening? But no, he was in complete control of that situation. Yeah, wow. That was insane.
Yeah, and I think that's the first time we've seen GogojOey hold off a cannon rush.
You're right. Like, this is the first time he's been cannon rushed. Like, and maybe this is why.
First time we've casted him getting cannon rushed.
Yeah.
And he's held it off beautifully. We'll say that. And now GylzzinG has to go into his next tech. He's got the Cybercore. He's got his gas. He's going to be saturating that natural. So
yeah,
he's going to be relatively safe because he has got that cannon at home. Ling speed is almost finished and still be coming out from GylzzinG here.
Yeah, this is kind of surprising. So I did want to cast these two players, not only because, of course, we're big proponents, for GogojOey since he's part of the scene, but GylzzinG. Oh, that's not a wall. Oh, no, they still get in.
Oh my god.
Wow.
GylzzinG, that's just a bit of micro, but still only 2 lings. It's not the end of the world here for our Protoss player.
Yeah, but what he gets is he gets free scouting. He knows there's a robo on the way, as opposed to something like a Stargate, which is more of a typical follow-up from Forge First.
Well, we immediately see the Roach run going down. Fed Hatch getting taken by GogojOey here. So GogojOey is taking up after that very brief interruption that was the attempted cannon rush. But it looks like both players have transitioned into the more macro-focused game here.
Yeah, so far, I will say that GogojOey is looking really good, like, especially based on how the openers turned out. But again, we'll see how GylzzinG is able to adapt because I didn't really get too into it, but he is kind of a regular when it comes to the online Korean scene. GylzzinG, he's played in Olima League for maybe since its inception, like 2-3 years at least. So it's really cool to see them go at it because, again, GogojOey, he doesn't... A lot of the C players, they don't really compete in Olima League, surprisingly. So,
yeah,
kind of want to see how they shape up.
I've seen Rogue or Azure play 1 or 2, but yeah, it's generally just, just those Korean players. And looking like a very early Kukaracha timing here from GogojOey.
And this this could be a good timing, like the shield battery is only just starting. There is an Immortal with a War Prism though, so if his micro is good enough, GyulzzinG can hold this.
Yeah, and he's even got the range to pick off this +1 attack upgrade.
He cancels it,
yeah. But the thing is, if he can target down that, whatchamacallit, the pylon there, it's a Nartosis pylon.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, no, sorry. Oh, no, that is all the pylon immediately down.
Right.
I'm like, oh, wait, no. Yeah. But still, if he actually got rid of that one, like, that was behind the warping in gateways, that would take down the shield barrier as well, and you only have to face, like, one gateway.
Even just shaving off these gateways hurts so much, like the amount of production that GyulzzinG has available to him, and now these pylons are going to go down. As you said, both pylons are kind of vulnerable right now. Oh, the shield batteries get depowered.
Yeah, that's all. The pylon was there at the front, but now Falcon Ring from above. The War Prism trying to do its best in Micro 1. Immortal gets very low. The Force Field's not able to keep out the Lings long enough. Oh, that one Immortal has gone down. But two on the ramp with these two Stalkers. And Satchel is in very big trouble at the moment. And Shield Barrier doing his job, and looks like GogojOey has to go away.
Yeah, it looks like GyulzzinG is just able to hold. He lost an Immortal though, and he lost a lot of his production. I feel like he almost, I mean, this follow-up could end it. We'll see. The War Prism isn't quite in position.
No, it's not. War Prism trying to get away. Zealot's trying to drag the fire away, but looks like they are unable to do it. GyulzzinG is in very big trouble at the moment. Gonna be using that War Prism and the two Immortal Dreams to try and stay alive, and he has held off GogojOey's aggression so far.
Yeah, so far he's done a pretty good job, and behind this is a Templar Archives, which will help so much if you get some Archons out, if you morph some High Templar, and we'll see, because GogojOey behind this, he's kind of low on drones, like he hasn't droned up his third.
No, he's just going straight army production right now, but Vile's trying to land straight onto the army. The Immortals having to get micro by this War Prism, and every time that GogojOey's attack, there is more and more Immortals. Ooh. Those files just missing.
Yeah, so far his bars have been pretty good, but it looks like maybe GyulzzinG has enough with his War Prism juggling. But the Immortals, like, they don't really have a buffer. They're getting focused down.
Yeah, but it's only one file. The Immortals get so low right now. It's not even a shield barrier to help them recharge their shields, but looks like GogojOey is going to be starting to, you know, get more and more, getting that +1 attack as well. It's not looking good, and it's Templar Archives. What is that?
Yeah, we got a Templar Archives here in the back as well. So finally, we do have Archons morphing in, which will help so much against the Lings, but we'll see. GogojOey, he's just continuing on the pressure.
Yeah, he is, but Roaches do counter the Archons there, so good War Prism micro. Able to keep those Archons alive for very, very long. More Ravagers getting warped in now. GogojOey, he is smelling blood in the water, but is it going to be enough to push in? Well, here we go. He tried tap number 69 coming in. Val's trying to land. If you get rid of that War Prism, would be enough. That one Archon going down.
Oh my God.
Trying to land. What? All the Archons are gone.
They're so
just
low. Oh my God.
One Immortal goes down. Second cannon goes down. War Prism micro. Goes like he's trying to, only two Immortals have survived. This fresh one just got out the rowboat here. Now,
how long have these Immortals been alive? Jesus Christ. Like,
how many kills do they have? 10. One Immortal has 29 kills.
Jesus Christ. Living up to their name right now, but without a buffer, it looks like GogojOey might be able to finally take a couple of them down. The Archon goes down as well.
Well, that's what's happening here. Vile's landing onto the pylons to try and stop any supply coming in, but it's not going to be enough to supply block, and that's going to be a GG's call. GogojOey taking game one.
Yeah, GogojOey taking a map off of, you know, an Elite League regular, and that's, again, like, this is kind of surprising, like, exciting to see, I should say, because today we get to see GogojOey go up against not just, you know, players like GyulzzinG, but some of the other Korean players here in the bracket, and especially we spoke about it during GPO, but GogojOey, he's on a new team, you know, he's kind of semi-Korean now, since he's on the Korean team. I don't know,
semi-Korean. Sure. But it does actually seem like, you know, GogojOey, like, was, you know, held off that cannon rush and felt like, oh, all right, I know he's going to be behind just a tiny bit. Maybe if I crush him. And it was like that early, like, Kukaracha timing. Like, I think it was like 5 minutes when it's hit, when generally you want to see it hit around like the 6 and 7 minute mark when the Protosters trying to take their third base.
Yeah, like, many times it looked like GyulzzinG was just about to hold, but you could also argue that a lot of it came down to the fact that, you know, GyulzzinG, he just had a really rough start. He went for a cannon rush that didn't really pay for itself at all, right? Like, it just didn't really do much. You could argue that it forced GogojOey to make a spine, right? So there is some wasted economy there, but in the end, like, GogojOey, he managed it beautifully.
Yeah. Well, we are just waiting for the hobby to be up. See, GyulzzinG in... Oh, there it is. It's in Hangul, so I don't know what it is.
Nice.
Simulacrum. Okay. Alright. So, Simulacrum, maybe we might see both just... Well, I mean, actually, GogojOey has been playing, like, a lot of aggressive builds lately, especially in, like, GPO and, yeah, just GPO especially, because that's the only tour we cast him. But it does seem like he goes for these aggressive type of styles as GogojOey introducing these plans. So we are now onto Simulacrum for our second map here. And spawning in the top left, the USA side of the map, if you were Steel Mold. Currently teamless at the moment. Can he bring this series back? This is GyulzzinG. So, how do you pronounce it?
GyulzzinG.
GyulzzinG, sorry. GyulzzinG.
We'll get there. And in the bottom right-hand corner of Simulacrum LE, we have the Hong Kong Zerg representing Team GP, as well as the Southeast Asian region. It is GogojOey.
The current GPO champion.
Yeah. That says a lot. How many GPOs has GyulzzinG won?
None, because he's not allowed to compete.
Exactly. Damn straight. Oh god.
Alright. It's going to be hatch before pool here from GogojOey, as GyulzzinG is not opening up with force this time, so no, you know, macro cannon containers, you know, some people would like to call it. I think Pro likes to call it like that. Not cannon rush, just cannon containment. Starduck. Wait, I know Starduck's in the chat. Starduck, do you call it a cannon rush or cannon contain? You try and defend what you're doing here.
I don't know if Starduck is the best judge of character for that sort of thing. Maybe a little bit biased.
Yeah. Well, quick third here from GogojOey. So looking like he wants to get his macro up and running in time here.
Yeah, this is a nice change of pace from game number 1.
Oh, to be fair, he wasn't getting cannon rush game 1, so. But I think GyulzzinG has seen that third base. Yep. So yeah, he has seen that third base. So he does know that he could possibly, you know, go for some early pressure and try and punish, you know, GogojOey being a bit greedy here. But I guess we'll have to see it. It seems to be, you know, that third base before speed play, especially with that Twilight Council coming down, might start to see some some Glaive Adepts coming in.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm thinking. It's become, I don't want to say standard, but it's a pretty popular like style to play in PvZ, going for those Glaive Adepts and trying to,
And
you know,
PvT as well.
yeah, it's just good in general, really. It's just
except for ZvP for reasons we all know. Dark. But following up with the Robos, so yeah, definitely looking like, you know, this Glaive Adept. Oh no! Oh, like.
Oh. Oh god. So this could potentially be fatal to GogojOey if he doesn't scout this. He does have a couple of lings moving out across the map. I guess he'll spot that, you know, there is no third that has been taken, but he needs to try and get in, and this time I feel like the wall should be secure, as last time lings did slip in past the natural. Oh,
but the micro here, GyulzzinG here, really good. Able to save that Adept, keep the lings out, but now here comes the Scouting Overlord.
yeah,
Let's see.
I do like that the lings here kind of keep the Stalker here in the natural, so it isn't in the main to deny the Overlord Scout, which should go all the way in and scout the Dark Shrine. Will it be in time though, and will GogojOey be able to like get a defense, because the Warp Prism is already out across the map?
Yeah. Alright, does he see it? Okay, he sees it.
He sees it.
It is all.
But is it too late? They're already being warped in. There is a Spore already in the third though, so he was already anticipating this. He should be okay here. And GyulzzinG, he didn't split up his DTs. This is where they all are.
Yeah. And now with the Overseer here, it's going to be easier to keep track of those DTs coming in. And now, with that Roach Roaring up, looks like GogojOey's starting to be, you know, be in a really good position. But yep, there it was. So it was just going to be the DT into Arkham pressure that was thinking it might be. Ooh,
almost. It would have changed so much if things were able to catch the morphing Archons, but unfortunately it was just out of vision. Meanwhile, we do have Roaches on the way, Roach speed as well, which is, you know, pretty solid, especially against Protoss. GogojOey will be able to defend, but we'll see if GyulzzinG is able to get some damage done with this, like even some worker kills.
GogojOey is getting rid of that third. There's nothing really there to defend for.
Yeah. There was the recall.
What's the recall?
Wow.
Oh.
That's huge.
Then, yeah, but with these Archons here, it should be enough to shoo away these lings. So, good work for GogojOey. Stops the Archon drop happening.
Yeah, he gives himself some time to room. You know, now there's no more pressure across the map. He's able to drone up. He's able to get his evos out, his upgrades. Yeah, he's just kind of solidifying himself in this. And unfortunately, you know, he was aiming to get that cancel in the third. He didn't get that, but forcing the recall is still, you know, quite valuable.
Yeah. So I have to see what the next stage of tech is. Oh, nice link run by. Does manage to catch out 2 drones. Might even take out a pilot here. Not going to be focusing on the Nexus here. Is he going to get that Adept there? Yeah, he does get the Adept. But does he? Oh, okay, now he's making Archons. So now GogojOey is just going to be roaching up for the time, starting to get his +1 range. He's going to be a bit behind in terms of upgrade for by a GyulzzinG there. And even with, and GyulzzinG's also getting blink for his Stalkers, which is something you generally don't see as much as you usually do these days.
Yeah, it's a little bit interesting. It's an odd choice. Typically you see charge for Zealots or something along those lines, but getting blink for Stalkers, I mean, it's kind of future-proofing against like even something like Spire Tech, which is something that's surprisingly coming out from GogojOey.
Yeah. And now,
taking a page out of Demi. Yeah.
It wouldn't be a Caesar without a Smuta switch. Or at least a spy being built in some capacity somehow, some way.
Yeah. Repping the scene.
These roaches, maybe doing a bit of a counterattack here. There's nothing to defend, just this one Zealot.
Wow.
The roaches are going to get natural here. Gonna start picking off probes here. Oh, DT here. Got flubs in a couple of DTs. That should be enough to stop that run by happening, but even though this is still a scary army here from GyulzzinG.
Yeah, and oh my god, 10 workers went down to those roaches, as well as, oh my god, there was an overseer as well, so they were forced to turn into an Archon.
Ooh, can you get the Archon? What even if he doesn't kill that Archon? That Archon's gonna be trapped. Yeah, that Archon's trapped now. It needs a Warp Prism to get out.
It's too thick.
There it comes. The Archon's too thick. Those thick, naked Archons.
Oh my. Is this...
would,
Are we allowed to show this on stream? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. The big booty Archons can't fit through. And that, if like, especially with mutas, actually, that could actually be either detrimental or really advantageous, because you have got like one Archon ready into that natural main, and mutas immediately get scouted here.
Yeah. That they do. If GyulzzinG was paying attention to his hallucinations, he would have spotted the Mutalist right there.
Okay.
Huh. Alright. We're gonna see Disruptors or Colossus? What are you calling?
Disruptors.
Disruptors? Yeah. It's gotta be. Oh my god, the Warp Prism! Oh!
He does save the Archons. Now the Archons are trapped outside their base. These mutants can potentially do some harassing. Now the army of GogojOey is wanting to engage here. They even pick up these retreating Archons. Nice force fields there, forcing the Biles to break them up. But that is so many roaches. And what are the mutants doing? They're getting kills. The Blink Stalker's not able to do too much as the worker count keeps on getting lower here for GyulzzinG.
Yeah, and with that, we have GogojOey rotating down to the third base as well. 8 workers went down to those Mutalists, and they paid for themselves. There weren't even that many. There were like 4 or 5. Oh, yeah, the Disruptors are coming out. They're not quite done quite yet, though, so they aren't here for the big fight.
Yeah, well, yeah, they are, but there is 1 cannon and 1 shield barrier to help with the defense here. Bale's going to be landing down. Trying to land it down, and now this third can pick up potentially even more. But wait, I think there's a run by the natural purification over. Can it find anything? Or will only find 1 Ravager there. Biles trying to land straight into these Archons. No micro so far coming in from the Protoss. It looks like he may just have enough, and there's so many force fields getting used right now as Biles landing down, getting the money shots. But this Stalker Immortal Archon Disruptor army is starting to be very, very good for our Protoss here.
Yeah, but I don't know how I feel about this, because a couple of workers went down, a lot of high-tech units went down for GyulzzinG as well, and behind this we have GogojOey maxing out or remaking his army, 15 more roaches on the way, when there's just like 2 Immortals and 1 Disruptor as the backbone of this army.
Yeah, it's really, like, you know, really weird to see.
Yeah, like, and a lot of it came down to, like, in that last fight, we saw the Biles rain down, and he actually managed to snipe 2 Immortals with those Biles, and focus down a couple of Disruptors as well. So he traded so efficiently then.
Oh, 1 rotating is getting a sneak in. The Scouting Roach is coming in.
Oh, God.
Circling run bys were weird. But now here comes the Roach, you know, just attacking that one gate.
Oh no! It's gonna go down!
Oh, it's gonna go down. Oh. Boo. Boo that Zealot, everybody. Boo it.
Boo!
Game it!
How could he? Oh, the Immortal's a little bit exposed there and behind. It looks like he's going right into the natural.
Didn't even get the Fed. Trying to sandwich this army. That is a lot of Lings, but that is a lot of Stalkers. 2 Archons as well can help with the AoE, but the Lings, they're just going to run into the base and just trying to find as much damage as they can, but with that many Stalkers, you won't find too much here.
I mean, again, 10 workers have gone down, maybe even more here in the main base. At the same time, the 3rd went down, as you were saying. Yeah. So GyulzzinG, he's kind of being pulled apart right now.
Yeah, even getting a small Roach forced to try and snipe that third, to try and stop that economy of GyulzzinG, getting even more ahead, but it's really looking bad here for our Protoss player. GogojOey's got his fourth up and running. He's got it saturated, at least in mineral-wise, and he's starting to, get a bank. He's maxed out. He can get one more drone or another lot of Zerglings.
Yeah, Jesus.
Getting a Baneling nest as well. Baneling speed done already. Disruptor drop. I like it.
But
GogojOey's just sending these small roach forces, just keep
Why
denying it. Look, even forces to recall. That's not even going to be enough to save the base.
Even with that recall, he just wasn't fast enough to save it. And now, I guess GogojOey, he lost a bunch of roaches, and if the storms are good enough, wait, does he even have storm? Yeah, he does. Okay. Okay. So he does have storm, and if the storms are good enough, maybe he can land on the Banes before they reach the army.
But yeah, it's just a matter of, look, he's even got the War Prism acting as an observer of the army. Okay, today I learned if you lift up, if you put straps in War Prism, it cancels the Nova. Same as lifting them. To be honest, I should have known that, but I haven't practiced with disruptors.
I have. To be fair, I haven't seen it, even though, you imagine that's how it works. But
those storms are juicy, landing onto that small alcove there. But main force of the army here was trying to target that fair, but once realizing that that storm was money.
Yeah.
Well, GyulzzinG has to back off, and now GogojOey is taking his fifth. Looking to start to take that economic lead again. Look at the worker count, 65 to 46.
It just hurts.
It's starting to be.
GyulzzinG, he's lost his third how many times? 3 times already? It just keeps getting harassed. He keeps losing workers to run bys. He's trying to get a fourth behind this, which is nice, especially since GogojOey, he's also getting a fifth. And we'll see, because GyulzzinG, he took that fight really well. And if he keeps doing that, then he can get back into this game.
Yeah. He needs to get some sort of anti-air here to try, if he can get rid of that War Prism, that gets rid of the one disruptor. Okay, gets a couple of wrenches with that purification over, and as you were saying, this is starting to look like the start of a comeback here for our Dust Curse in effect.
If these run bys weren't happening, then I feel like GyulzzinG, he can take straight on engagements, but he just doesn't have the army to be in 2 places at once.
He even has to flip in DTs. You can look at it in the live values as well. Look at how low those Banelings are at the moment. Thanks to just one storm. Help these 2 DTs chasing away.
Yeah, GyulzzinG, he's doing his best, but being on essentially 2 base economy for this entire game, his third base has never been up for too long. It's hurting him so much.
Right. Banelings running forward, trying to stop, the Zealots coming up and tanking, but if you go for a sandwich and get, the Banelings onto those,
this isn't looking good.
Looks like the sandwich is here. Storms going around the whole entire Protoss army, trying to surround Banelings, trying to crash in. That's all the High Templar gone. They have to get morphed into Archons. Purification over will get cancelled because it immediately gets targeted by GogojOey, and now the Protoss army has just disappeared. GG is called, and GogojOey will be going through to the next round.
Mate.
I will say that was a hell of a game.
That was insane. I haven't really seen very many. I don't want to say ZvPs, but Protosses play like that against GogojOey. That's something that maybe it's his own Korean style compared to Pez and Probe and how they approach the matchup, but. Yeah, that was that was insane, and even though it was a 2-0, I feel like they both played, or GyulzzinG played really well, despite that.